Good day, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I am down at the garden house that we've been building, the soundproofed garden house. You guys might remember this one. I haven't been here for a little while. Been on and off sort of last couple of weeks, mainly because we've been waiting on the doors. There's only so much we can sort of do without having the house sort of closed up. Obviously we can't do the flooring and stuff like that. Some parts of the plasterboard can't be done, or plastering as well around the walls where the doors and windows are. But there's a couple of things that I can do in anticipation for the doors arriving, which hopefully should arrive in the next week and a half or so. So we've got a text from the delivery, all the manufacturers giving us an estimated date of delivery sometime in a week and a half's time, not next week, the week after. So preparation for that, I'm just going to do the last few bits that I can do, so when the door's here, sort of ready to go. So I will be skimming, not today, but I will be skimming that wall behind me, that wall in front of me, and the ceilings, and some of that wall as well there, before the doors arrive. So probably sometime in the week I'll get that skim there. It's not going to take me that long to do this, a day and a half or something. Also the partition for the bathroom and the pocket door. I've got the pocket doors arrived now, so I'm going to be installing today the pocket door for the bathroom and the partition area for the bathroom. I'm going to board it up on the outside. I'm going to board up the last few pieces that we didn't get finished the last time, so that next week sometime I can come and skim this all and then I'll just be waiting for, once the door and the windows go in, the day that I put them in, probably I'll just skim that last wall there, and then that will be the plastering done, and everything will be then the floor will be ready to be done as well. So yeah, so I'm on my own today, so let's crack on and let's see how I get on today. So first job I need to do is to build this pocket door system. This one comes in 2 boxes. It comes all disassembled, so you've got to literally assemble it and build it. I've got to figure it out. The idea is that the door will be somewhere around here, and it will slide into this wall here, which will be sort of the left-hand wall of the shower. So it will slide into that wall there. So there'll be a bit of partition here, small bit here. The door height is very tight here because the ceiling is very low. So we basically, I did some measurements, and I should get the top of the door just to hit the top of the ceiling here. So it'll be sort of like, maybe sort of like here, like that. There'll be a little triangle bit on the top there, a little bit of partition on the side, and there'll be a little bit of partition down that side there. So in theory, it should fit. As I said, the measurements are really tight here, but let's have a go. So I'm going to clear this area up and see if we can get this framing. Alright guys, so I've built the frame. It was quite straightforward, quite easy to do. Just a couple of screws, but most of it doesn't even take screws. I'll just show you a couple of the bits that you need to look out for. So as you see, it came in all various pieces. So this is where, so this is just a temporary bar that just clips out. I just lock this in here, but you can pull it out, and it's just to help to hold the frame square in position while you're working on it. So this is where the actual door area is, this area here. And as I said, there's one at the top there and there's one at the bottom, and just pop those out once everything's screwed together. So this will come out, this plate will come off, and the door will slide inside here, and it gets hidden in this section of the frame. So this is where you would put your plasterboard screws. You'd screw your plasterboard into this. So again, you've got to get use the right side screws. It should come with, usually comes with them. So the right depth for the 12.5mm ply or plasterboard. So when you screw it, it doesn't go too deep. If you look inside here, there's a sort of recessed area here. This area that sort of looks like a grater. That's where the screws go in. So when it goes from the other side through here, when it comes out here, it's not going to go past this little lip here. So it will sort of sit in this little area. That way the screw won't go into the door, obviously. So these things here, they just clip on. If you look here, they just literally just, you can slide that up to take it off. You just lock it down. So there's 5 of those and 5 on the other side. And that gives you that frame here. This top bar at the top just has the 3 screws, the pre-drill holes already, pre-tapped holes. So you just use the little screws and screw them in. A couple of screws there on both sides again. And then this plate here just goes through these little sort of slots. And then you just bend these tabs down with a hammer, just bend them over. And that secures the top part in the corner there. That's pretty much it. So now it's just a matter of fixing it down in place. So there's two options. One option is if you're using the metal studding framing stuff, you would have sort of like a metal channel that would be screwed down onto the floor. This would slot into the channel, and then you would screw the sides of the channel into here. Failing if you don't have that, there's these clips that come in, which are basically will be bent. So you'd screw one side down to the floor, and then you'd bend it up, and then the other end of it would screw onto that. So it's like a little L bracket that will screw the bottom of that in. Same thing, one down there as well. So that's what I'm going to be using. Was we using timber for the studding. The other thing that's important with these doors is to get the right thickness. So depending on what thickness the frame is, depends on what studding you're using. This is designed for a 95mm finish. So that's 70mm timber, 12.5mm either side for the plasterboard. That gives you 95mm, and that's the correct thickness. So the studding, when we put the studding, a screw studding to the side and continue the wall around the corner, when I wrap that with plasterboard on the studding, it will also be flush with the side of this at the same time. So it should line up like that. So yeah, let me start building this together. Hi everyone, so this is it for me for today. This is how far I got. I managed to get the framing done, partition framing done for the bathroom. So I got it in as tight as it could physically go. As you can see where the frame touches the ceiling, That's the furthest to the right that it can go for the door to fit the height of the ceiling. I did estimate that the wall would come out just behind that pipe where the electrical cable is coming in, but it's the frame is a little bit, the top part of the frame is a little bit higher than I expected, so I've ended up with the wire coming out within the partition, which is not a problem. All I got to do is just come, it will be in the partition, it will come out of the partition, and then it will go across here to where the fuse board's going to be. So it's luckily it's not too far that way, and the wire would have been in the middle of the shower. So I managed to sort of work that, and as you can see, where I had my waste pipe, where I was expecting the trap to be, it's a little bit more to the right. So I'm gonna have to extend that pipe now across in the concrete. So I might have to cut a little bit of concrete out, extend that part across and fill up that hole there. So the shower is going to be somewhere in that space. It's an 800 by 800 shower. And this is the door here, and you can see the toilet. The sink is going to be here. So it's a decent size actually to move about in there. And it's a good use of the space. So the rest of that space now will be a cupboard. So it will just continue, that wall will continue across, and it will be a storage, sort of storage cupboard and all that. So I did a little bit of taping up as well in preparation for skimming. As I said, I can't do certain sections until I get the doors and windows, but I'm going to try and do what areas I can physically do. I also did a bit of plasterboarding. Did that middle section of the ceiling which was missing, and I started up the top here, but all my batteries have run out and I can't get power at the moment. So yeah, this is basically where we are. So I'm going to wrap up now. I've picked up some plasterboard as well, 2 sheets, so that's the board here. I'm going to board the outside here with the same board, and the inside will be moisture board on this side, and there will be cement board on the shower area, and then it's all just going to be tiled, so don't have to skim in there. Skimming is all on the outside section. So yeah, about a day and a half's work and it will all be done. So yeah guys, I'm going to shoot off now. As I said, that's it for me today. I'm going to have the day off tomorrow and have a rest, rejuvenate myself, and then we'll be back to work, back on the videos straight after that. So hope everyone's having a great weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.